Hello my dear students, I welcome you all in this third day of technical session of 3 days national workshop on CSIR UGC NET JRF LS preparation in life sciences part 3 organized by Botany for You, an online platform for the students of life sciences. Myself Dr. Pitambar Humne, founder Botany for You and working as Associate Professor and Head Department of Botany, Dharampet MP Dev Memorial Science College, Nagpur, Maharashtra, India. Today, I am delivering lecture on problems in genetics. This topic is included in the module 16 of the syllabus of CSIR UGC NET JRF LS. Usually, in the examination, there are minimum 2 problems are asked, and hence this topic is very much important for the preparation of CSIR UGC NET examination. The problems in genetics are classified into different types. Here, I am trying to classify these problems in 18 different types. These are, that is, dominant, segregation and independent assortment. Second one, that is multiple alleles. Third one, complementation test and recon. Fourth one, that is gene-gene interaction. Then genomic imprinting, dosage compensation, phenocopy, sex-linked characters. Then sixth one is, that is gene mapping methods, linkage maps. Then seventh one, that is tetrad analysis. Then molecular markers in genetics. Then mapping by deletion and somatic hybridization. 10th one is extra chromosomal inheritance and maternal effect. Then microbial transformation and transduction. Then mapping genes by interrupted matings. Then pedigree analysis. Then quantitative traits and heritability. Then mutation, its types, causes and detection. Then structural alterations of chromosomes. 17th one, that is numerical changes and polyploidy, means the chromosomal aberration and euploidy, aneuploidy. Then homologous and site specific recombination. All these 18 topics includes more than 200 of questions on this topic, that is under problems in genetics. Today we are going to take the 2 topics, of which the first one is dominant, segregation and independent assortment. If you see this dominant, then it means that out of a pair of 2 characters, say for example, the one is tall and the other is dwarf. The one character express itself in the F1 generation, that is known as the dominant, and the character which do not express in the F1 generation remain suppressed and express itself in F2 generation, that is known as the recessive. So here the tall will be the dominant character and the dwarf will be the recessive character. The segregation means that when a pair of allele is brought together in a hybrid, then members of allelic pair remain together without mixing with each other and separate or segregate at the time of gamete formation. Means here, at the time of gamete formation, there is a separation of alleles from each other, so that there is a segregation of the genes which are present in the organisms. In independent assortment, the definition or the statement of the law says that here when the parents differ in 2 or more characters are crossed, then inheritance of one character is independent to that of the other. Hence, the characters which are present in the parents, they are independently assorted in the upcoming generations. This is only because when the characters are present on the different chromosome. If they are present on the same chromosome, then it is not possible for the independent assortment. Here the first problem, that is, a cross is made between a pure breeding plant having the red colors of the flowers, then are crossed with the pure breeding plants having white colored flowers. Such a cross is called, means here we have the two plants are crossed, that is, one is the red flowered and second one is the white flower, and we have the options, that is the test cross, then monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross and the back cross. Let's see. Here the parents are considered as a red flowered plants and second one is the white flower plant. They are responsible for the gametes, that is by the red capital R and by the white, that is a small r. The gametes which are formed by the red flowered plant, that is a small r containing all of the same type of the gametes, and by the white flowered plant, that is the small r containing and that is the same type. So the F1 generation plants becomes now all with the genotype, that is capital R and the small r. This is the simple test which is given and is based upon the problem. Now when we have to compare this cross with that of the options which are given in the answer, and that is the test cross, monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross and back cross. First of all, we know that here it is not the test cross, because when the F1 hybrid is crossed with the recessive parent, then it is known as the test cross. Even it is not the back cross, because when we have to cross the F1 hybrid with the dominant parent, then it is a back cross. Then we have taken here only one pair of contrasting character, that is the red and the white, and hence it is only the monohybrid cross and not even the dihybrid cross. Hence its answer become the monohybrid cross. Here the second problem, that is, in a Drosophila melanogaster males, the homologous chromosomes pair and segregate during meiosis, but crossing over does not occur. At which stage of meiosis does the segregation of two alleles of a gene takes place in these individuals? Now, whenever we have to see such a problem, first of all we have to understand that the genetics of the male organisms in the Drosophila is somewhat different than rest of the other organisms, and hence in such a cases we must have the knowledge about such type of the organisms which are somewhat genetically different. In this organism, here the experimentally it is proved that the separation of the alleles is carried out in the anaphase first of the meiosis. Here usually what said that here the crossing over does not takes place. So we have to concentrate on this one, and this will provide the reason behind why the anaphase is responsible for the separation of the genes. Here these genes which are shown, they are without any crossover, and hence already they have the genes which are of the same types, and when the chromosomes are separated from each other in the meiosis first, automatically there is a segregation of the genes, and hence the option, that is anaphase 1, is the correct answer. In the third one, that is, in a heterozygous individuals for a given gene, if a crossing over has occurred between the gene locus and the centromere of the chromosome, the segregation of the two alleles of the given gene will occur during meiosis at. Now first of all we have to concentrate here that it is given if a crossing over has occurred and this is in between the gene locus. So when there is a crossing over occurs, at that time the separation of the genes are not carried out in the anaphase 1. So remember this one, and hence here because of the crossing over we find in this diagram that here there are the results which are shown which are formed by the crossing over, and hence we can consider that these genes remain together even after the anaphase 1, and then in anaphase 2 these genes are separated from each other, and such type of the segregation is carried out only in the anaphase 2 of the meiosis 1, and hence instead of the anaphase 1 the answer becomes the anaphase 2 only. Here in a question number 4 of the dominant segregation and independent assortment, that is, which of the representations of chromosomal arrangement in meiosis metaphase is best explains the law of independent assortment. Here we have the different combinations in the A, B, C and the D. Out of that we are easily understand here in the option C, that is A and the B in both chromosome, as well as on another diagram that is showing the 50%, and in that also both the genes are present on the same chromosome. So first of all, out of there is 4 options, we can easily find out that here the C option is not the answer. Whenever we are talking about the independent assortment, then we must know that the independent assortment means the genes which are entering in the next generation, at that time they are not depend upon each other. Now in such a cases there should be the arrangement of the chromosome in such a way that the capital A, capital B, small a and small b must assort from each other or must separate from each other in the process of the meiosis, so that they can independently assort. So if we have to see that here in the B, that is small a and capital A are present on the same chromosome, then capital B and small b again on the same chromosome, and similar is the case with the paired or the homologous chromosomes. In the D again, the capital B and the capital A, they are present on the same chromosome. Here also the same case, and the similar type of but small a and the small b on the other chromosome. Here on the first diagram of the B, second diagram of the B again is the same, that is the A, capital A and small a, then capital B and small b, again there are the different alleles or the genes which are present on the same chromosome. Hence in B and the D, as here there is not the possibility, this diagram is wrong one, it was because of the copy paste. Now here in this way we can consider that even in the B there is not the possibility of the segregation of the capital A, capital B, small a and small b, and not even it is possible in case of the D also. But when we have to see here the A, that is here the capital A, so that it will separate, then capital B and the capital B, again it will separate, and here also the small a, that will also separate, and small b, that will also separate. Here is only the arrangement of the chromosome is different, but the condition which is given in the first diagram, that is again similar in the second diagram. Hence the correct answer of this question, that is the proper arrangement at the metaphase 1 of the chromosomes, is in such a way that so that all the genes which are present in it, they can independently assort. Here that is the two siblings who inherit the 50% of the genome from the mother and 50% from the father show the lot of phenotypic differences. Which one of the following event during the gametogenesis of the parents will maximally contribute to this difference? Now if we see this, the mutation, then recombination, independent assortment and environment. Means here all these four are responsible for the contribution in the variation of the next generation. But here what says that the lot of phenotypic differences. So we should critically think on this, because mutation is responsible for the variation, recombination is also responsible for the variation, independent assortment is also responsible for the variation, and even the environmental factor is also responsible. But whenever we have to see that mutation, the rate of the mutation is very much low, and it is hardly 175 mutations per diploid genome. Even in the human beings, that is, the recombination rate is very low, and hardly it is 1 centimorgan, that is per 100 mbp, that is given the 107023. It indicates that only there is a possibility of the recombination, and that is the 1%. Hence, here such a type of the lot of phenotypic changes are even not possible with the help of mutation as well as the recombination. Even the environmental factors are not responsible for the introduction of such type of the lot of phenotypic differences. Hence, the correct answer becomes the independent assortment, because now in the human beings there are 44 autosomes plus XX chromosome, or 44 autosomes plus XY chromosome. Means here the total number of combination because of the independent assortment, and that becomes 46 squares, and that is the greater than 2000 combinations. And hence we can consider that here such a type of the different type of the arrangement because of the independent assortment is a possible way for the introduction of the lot of phenotypic differences. Hence, the independent assortment becomes now the correct answer for this question. Here the sixth question, that is, one of the following meiotic events, that is the formation of synaptonymal complex, crossing over, then arrangement of chromosomes at the equatorial plate of at meiosis at metaphase 1, then separation of chromatids at anaphase 2. Now, which one leads to variation? Now, we have to see the first one, that is the formation of synaptonymal complex. Now, what says the synaptonymal complex? Synaptonymal complex is a protein structure that form between the homologous chromosome during the meiosis and is thought to mediate the synapsis and recombination during the meiosis 1 in eukaryotes. See here, it mediates the synapsis. It is not responsible for the recombination, and only the synapsis is not responsible for the any variation. Then crossing over, that the chromosomal crossover or the crossover is the exchange of genetic material during the sexual reproduction between the two homologous chromosomes, that is non-sister chromatids, that result in the recombinant chromosome, and because of that there is a change in the genes. Then we can consider that the crossing over is responsible for the change in the genes, or we can consider that change in the genes, and that is nothing but it is responsible for the variation. Then arrangement of the chromosome at the equatorial plate at the metaphase. Earlier I said that whenever the chromosomes are arranged at a metaphase 1, that find out the separation or the assortment of the chromosome, and this independent assortment or the assortment of the chromosome is one of the factor for the combination of the different characters which are present on the different chromosomes. Say for example, here if we see here the one chromosome that is considered as A, its pair with the another chromosome that is a small a, we have to carry out the chromosome another pair that is capital B, and another one is the small b. This assortment is responsible to combine this chromosome A with either the capital B, or this assortment identify that it may combine with the small b. It indicates that this arrangement of the chromosomes in the metaphase 1 is also responsible for the variation in the organisms. Hence, even this is also the reason behind the variation, and hence that is B and the C. These are the answers, because here the separation of the chromatid at the anaphase 2 is not responsible, because it is the simple type of the division just like to that of the mitosis, and hence it is not contributing any role in the process of the variation, and hence the answer becomes B and the C, and that is given in the B. Hence it is the result or the answer. Gene A, B and the C control the three phenotypes which assort independently. A plant with the phenotype capital A small a, capital B small v, capital C small c is a cell. What is the probability for progeny which show the dominant phenotype for at least one of the phenotype controlled by a gene capital A, capital B and capital C? Now, here we have to concentrate on at least one of the phenotype, and that is controlled by A, B and the C. So, here in such a cross, that is one offspring or the progeny is found recessive for all characters, and rest of all the progenies are with at least one dominant character. We have seen that many crosses, we know that the last one progeny is usually the recessive for all the characters, and hence we can consider that recessive will be, that is 1 by 61, and will be for all the recessive characters, and hence at least one of the phenotype controlled by the capital A, capital B and the capital C, means except this one, that is 1 by 60, the remaining all must contain either one capital A or capital B or the capital C. Hence the remaining, after leaving this 1 by 61, the remaining will be the 63 by 64, and hence this will be the answer. Means the progeny which is formed by such a type of the crosses will form at least one dominant, that is capital A, capital B and the capital C in the 63 progeny out of the 64. Hence the C will be the answer. Now, in this, in a following example, three independently assorting genes are known to govern coat color in mice. The genotype of few of the coat color is given below, that is agouti, black and albino. What will be the expected frequency of albino in F2 progeny of from crosses of the pure black with the albino of genotype? If you see this, you will find the ratio, that is 9:3:4. We must know the different ratios, and even regarding to that of the ratios of the epistatic gene, I have already uploaded the video regarding that on the YouTube channel. You can see here, out of that, that is the 9:3:4, the 9 offsprings out of the 16 will be the agouti, then 3 offspring out of the 16 will be the black, 4 out of 16 will be the albino, and hence we can consider that the 4 offsprings out of the 16 are the albino. But here in a question we have that the capital A, capital A, capital B, capital A, small b and small c, and that genotype will be only the one, and hence out of these here 4 albino, the one albino will have the genotype, that is capital A, small b and small c. Hence this ratio, that is the of the albino 4:16 will convert into the 1:16 or 1:4. Here we can find out the ratio, and that is the 1:4. Now, in a dominant segregation and independent assortment, the 9 problems is: in a plant species, a segregation line, that is one that contain both homozygous and heterozygous at a locus, now can be made homozygous by repeated selfing for several generations. What is the level of remaining heterozygosity after 3 generations of selfing if the level of heterozygosity in the generation 0 is denoted as? In this problem, in the generation 0, which is considered as a 1, contain the 50% homozygous and 50% heterozygous, and that is the 0.5, and hence on each generation half of the heterozygosity of the parental generation remain in the progeny because of the selfing, and the half of the percent will be separate because of the segregation. As we have already said that here there is a segregating lines. So in the second generation, half, that is the 0.5, and half of the 0.5 it becomes now in the second generation, and that is 0.25, and in the third generation again half of 0.25, and that becomes now the 0.125, and hence after 3 generation here the level of heterozygosity will be there, and that is known as the 0.135, and hence its answer becomes 0.135. How many type genetically different gametes can be made by an individual of genotype capital A small b, capital B, small c, capital D, and capital E, small e? These are the very much easiest problems, but we are not properly doing it, or we are not aware about the calculation, and hence we are not able to answer such question. Otherwise these are the very much easy question. First of all, here we have made the pairs of this genotype. There are 5 pairs, that is the one, that is the capital A small b, second one capital small a, then capital B small b, then capital C small c, small c, then capital D, and capital E, small e. So we have separated individual genotypes or alleles. Now in first one there are the 2 types, one is capital, another is small. In the second also 2 types, but in the third both are the small, hence 1 type. In capital D again 1 type, and in capital D small e again the 2 types. We have to multiply all this, and its total becomes now the 8. So whatever the genotype that is given, through this simple method of calculation we can easily find out that how many types of the genotype will be or the gamete will be formed by given genotypes. A plant of the genotype capital A small a, capital B small b is selfed. The 2 genes are linked and are 50 map units apart. What proportion of the progeny will have the genotype small a, small b, small b? Now here the 50 map unit distance is equal to the 50% of the recombination. The genotype, that is capital A small a, capital B small b, then again it is selfing, and hence the capital A small a, capital B small b. Now these plants produce the gametes of 4 different types, as earlier we have discussed, because here the 2 types and here again the 2 types, 2 into 2 equal to the 4. The total number of progeny individuals becomes now the 16, that is the 4 square. Now in any type of cross, the genotype of progeny will be for a single individual. Now hence the proportion of the progeny with the genotype, that is the small a, small b genotype, will be 1 out of the 16. Hence here instead of this map distance or the 50% of recombination, we have the options of getting only the one individual in the progeny after crossing the capital A small a, capital B small b, and same, that is selfing, that is the capital A small a and capital B small b. So we are getting the answer here, that is the 1 by 16, and hence it becomes now the answer, because that will be the single organism having all the genotype, that will be the recessive. Assuming a sex ratio, what is the probability that 3 children from the same parent will consist of 2 daughters and 1 son. These are very easiest problems, but we are not able to give the proper answer because we don't have that type of the ideas. Here in a simple method I am giving. Say for example, if from the same parents 3 children, say they are A, B and the C. Now A can be the girl or the boy, means there are the 2 chances, hence 2 ways. Similarly, again for the B and the C, 2 ways each. Thus the total ways becomes now the 2 into 2 into 2, means of the A, first child, second child and the third child. Hence we will have now the 8 different ways. Now to select one boy and 2 girls as given here, that is the 2 daughters, that is the 2 girls and the 1 son. Hence here the different combinations are given: boy, girl, girl, 2 girls, 1 boy, girl, boy, girl, again 1 boy, 2 girl, girl, girl and the boy, again the same condition. So here we have now the 3 ways, 3 births. Now thus the answer become 3 out of the 8, and the 3 out of 8 or 3 by 8 on mathematical calculation, the answer become 0.375, and hence the answer for this question showing the probability of the children by this parent with the 2 daughters and 1 son becomes now the 0.375. In the 13th question, that is the Mendel crossed tall pea plant with the dwarf ones. The F1 plants were all tall. When these F1 plants were shelved to produce F2 generation, he got 3:1 tall and dwarf ratio in the offspring. Now what is the probability that out of 3 plants of F2 generation picked up at random, the 2 would be tall and 1 would be the dwarf? We have to focus on this one, that is the 2 would be tall and the 1 would be the dwarf, and according to that we have to calculate that what will be the probability for such type of the generation or the progeny. Say for example, here we have given that is the 3 tall and 1 dwarf, that is in the ratio 3:1, that is already given in the problem. Hence the probability for the tall becomes now the 3 out of 4. Even likewise the probability for the dwarf, that is 1/4. Applying the product rule, that is the 2 tall and 1 dwarf plant that is given in the question, we have to find out the probability for the random picked of the 2 tall and the 1 dwarf. Hence we have taken this probability of the tall and the dwarf, and hence we have multiplied, that is this one is the tall, this one is the probability of tall, and this will be the probability of the dwarf. Hence 2 tall, that is the 3/4 into 3/4, and 1 dwarf, that is 1/4. So the multiplication becomes now the 9/64. Hence the answer of this question, that is the probability of the expression of or to picked up of the 2 tall plant and 1 dwarf becomes now the 9/64. Here the phenotypically the normal fruit fly was crossed to another fly whose phenotype was not recorded. Of the progeny, 3/8 had a bony body and 1/8 has the vestigial wings. The ebony body color and the vestigial wings are the recessive character, means these 2 characters, that is ebony body color and the vestigial wings are the recessive characters. This we have to remember. And their genes are located on the 2 different autosomes. Here this is also the important, that they are present on the autosomes and they are present on the different chromosome. Based on this information, which one of the following is likely genotype of the parents? If we see the explanation of these 4 different options of the parents which are given, that if there will be the first option, that is A1, and in this we find that the small e Vg Vg means all are the normal, and here the body color, that is ebony, and here the one gene is for the vestigial and one is the normal. Hence, in such a type of the parents, here we will have the progeny, that is the normal body and the normal wings. But here what we have, we have the result that the ebony body and the vestigial. So these two should be there. In second option, we will have the progeny, that is the normal body and the vestigial wings. Again, that is not in the answer. Then third one, that is the normal or the ebony body and normal wings, third type. And by the fourth type or the four different type of the combination, here in the D we have the normal or the ebony body and normal or the vestigial wings. Means it can be considered that here through the genotypes which are given in the D, that are responsible for the formation of the progeny having the normal body color or the ebony body color and the normal wings or the vestigial wings. It indicates that here as per given in the question, that is 3/8 are formed with the ebony body and the 1/8 are responsible for the formation of the vestigial wings. Means the ebony and the vestigial are present here in the offsprings in the only D combination, and such type of the production of the progeny is not either by the A also, B also and the C also. Hence, its answer becomes now the D, that is E plus E, Vg plus Vg and E plus E, Vg plus Vg. So that here because of the independent assortment, there will be the formation of the progeny having the normal ebony as well as the normal and vestigial wings. Here the blood group type A antigen is complex oligosaccharides which differ from the H antigen present in the type O individual by the presence of terminal. Here actually it is not the genetics problem, so that we can solve it. It was there with the multiple alleles, and hence I have added because this question is asked in the examination. All these 20 questions which are taken today, they are asked in a earlier UGC CSIR NET examination, and so that here we should know that here the proper answer, and the answer for this one is the N-acetyl galactosamine, and that will be the correct answer. If you go through the structure and its a component of the antigen A and the antigen H, then you will find that there is a proper difference or of the antigen A and H, and that is the presence of the N-acetyl galactosamine. Here a mother of the blood group O has the blood group A child, means here the blood group of the mother is O and that of child is the A. The father could be of the blood group type. In such a cases, you have to calculate directly the blood group of the father and not to know or not to go for the options. Here we have shown here the combinations that we want that the father could be of, and we know that there is a blood group and that is the A of the child. Now see here the first cross, that is O, O, O and O, and in second also the either B or the O. Means when the father is with the blood group O, the all childrens will be the O, and if the father will be the blood group B, then all childrens will have either B or the O. Hence the option 1 and the option 2, that will be the wrong. Means here these two our clarification are the wrong one. In third one, that is the father with the blood group A is able to produce the child with the A having the mother O blood group. Even the father with the AB, even it is responsible for the production of the child, and that is having the blood group A. Hence we have now the two options, that is the father having the A blood group or the father having the AB blood group, that can form or that can produce the child with the blood group A. Hence we can consider that here the father with the blood group A or the blood group AB is able to form the child with the blood group A with the mother blood group, that is the O. The ABO blood group type in the human being is under the control of autosomal multiple alleles, that is colorblind, is a recessive X-linked trait. A male with the blood type A and normal vision marries a female who also has the blood type A and the normal vision. Means we have to concentrate here, that is the blood type, that is the A, and normal vision of the male organism with the same blood type, that is of the female one, and again the normal vision. The couple's first child is a male who is colorblind and has a blood group O. Now, what is the probability that their next female child has normal vision and the blood group O? We have to focus that here there is a ask that the child, that is the female child, and we are dealing with here the two different characteristics, and that is the X-linked character, that is the color blindness, and second one is that is the autosomal gene, that is a blood group type. Here when you have to see the production of the child from the father will be in a two ways, that is one will be the deceased or another will be the normal. In the similar way from the mother also it will have the two way, that deceased and the normal. Hence the total ways of the formation of the child become now the 4. And we have the question that the next female child has a normal vision. Means here we have asked the question on the next female, means from the for the female, that is the single or the one female child, and hence 1 out of 4 will be the chances or the probability of the formation of the female child with the normal vision and having the blood group type of the O. Hence here the answer first, that is the 1/4 will be the answer. In 18th one, that is in a hospital 3 babies were mixed up. The blood group of the babies were capital A, means B and AB. So 3 blood group, that is the A, B and the AB. In order to identify the parents of the babies, the blood group of the parents were determined. The result obtained were, that is the parent set 1 A and AB, parent set 2 AB and O, parent set 3 B and AB. Which of the following conclusions can be definitely made? For this we have to cross this one, and so that we will be able to identify the set of the parent which is responsible for the particular babies. Now here we have given the different set of the combinations of the parents. In first parent, that is the it is responsible for the formation of A, then formation of the AB, then by the second set formation of the A child and having the blood group with the B. In a third set there is a formation of the blood group of all the types. Which of the following conclusion? Now we have to calculate the conclusion that the baby with the blood group A is a child of parent set 2. Set 2, no doubt there is a baby having the blood group A in the parent set 2, but the A blood group baby is formed by the parent set A also and the here third set also. The baby with the blood group AB is a child of parent set 1. Here the AB is formed by the set 1, even the AB is formed by the set 3 also. Hence this is also not the correct one. The baby with the blood group B is the child of set 3. Set 3 there is a formation of the child with the B blood group, but even by the second set parent and the first set parent. Hence here this conclusion is also not the correct one. Hence in such a condition we can conclude that the percentage of none of the babies can be determined from the given information, and hence the correct answer for this question becomes the D, that is the percentage of none of the babies can be determined from the given information. The recessive inherited disease is expressed only in individuals of blood group O and not expressed in blood group A, B and AB. Alleles controlling the disease and blood group are independently inherited. A normal woman with the blood group A, we have to see here, that is the normal woman with the blood group A and her normal husband with the blood group B already had one child with the disease, means they have the single child and that is the disease. Now, the woman is pregnant for the second time, and what is the probability that the second child will have the disease? Now, the similar condition that we have applied here also, like the earlier one, that is the child with the maternal genes having the two chances, that is the transfer of the disease from the parents to the offspring, that it may the deceased one or it may not be the deceased one, that having the two ways. And even here the child with the parental genes, paternal genes, and having again the two, means that is from the mother as well as that is from the mother. There are the two ways each, and total becomes now the four ways of the production. And hence there is the question which is asked for the one child, and hence the answer becomes now the 1:4. So here the B will be the answer. In last question of this today's session, that is the mutation at two different loci of the same gene, that is X, result in altered functions. These two mutated versions of gene X are called. Now suppose we have to say this or explain this with the help of this diagram. Now this is a gene X. Now here we have enlarged the gene X. What said that here the loci, the two different loci of the same gene, this part of the gene X, and now this is the one loci and this is the another loci number 1, and this one is the second one. Now these two mutated versions of the gene X are called. Now whatever there is a mutation in the different places, they are present in the same genes. Hence this will be the one form of the mutated loci and this will be now the second one. So that here there is a change in the one loci of this gene, and here the change at the different loci but of the same genes. Hence these two mutated version of the X genes are called their complementation group, alleles, or interrupted genes, or the linkage groups. But here they are not linkage groups, because we are talking about the linkage groups means what? That the total number of the genes which are present on the chromosomes. Then interrupted genes, these are not the interrupted genes, because in interrupted genes there are the exons and the introns, but such type of the condition is not there. Even these are not the complementation group, they are not responsible for any type of the complementation. Hence we can consider that these two mutated loci are responsible for the two different type of the changed genes, and that is alternating form of the gene, and that is known as the alleles. So here we have completed the two different parts of the problems, that is dominant, segregation and independent assortment, and second was the multiple alleles. The rest of the problems, again there are many problems that we will take in the upcoming classes, and for that you have to wait and write or comment me, so that I will provide according to your need in the problems in the genetics. I will frequently upload these problems on our YouTube channel, so that kindly share and subscribe our YouTube channel, so that you will get the alert about the every programs as well as the different lectures which are uploaded on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for kind your attention, and be associated with our online platform for the students of life sciences, botany for you, and thank you very much.